What is up, everybody? We are super excited today because today is Jujutsu Kaisen Thursday, and it's one of the... I'm a manga reader. I've been waiting for this for like the longest time. Years, probably. And today is finally the day that we get to see one of my favorite parts of the manga. Are you excited?
I don't know what's about to happen, but yes.
I am super stoked. If there's anything that to keep an eye out is, I mean, this whole episode's gonna be perfection. I might even cry because of how peak this episode's gonna be. That's how good this episode is gonna be.
I believe you.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep this intro short. We're gonna go ahead and jump into today's episode. I mean, what can we say? It's just gonna be peak. So without further ado, guys, go and jump into today's episode of JJK season 3. This is called Perfect Preparation, and let's just get into it. Let's just do it. I'm so excited. So we know Maki is going to the Zenin clan
To get her tools.
Yeah. Oh, she's talking to Noya. Oh my god.
What a jerk.
Uh-oh.
どうすんの？おっこつくんとめぐみくんの金魚の糞なんとか家や貸す。
マキ、戻りなさい。
Oh, this guy's a dick.
機械の立ち入りは私たちには許されてい
We're
ない。
not allowed.
当主様がいいって言ってんだよ。
Oof.
直人の遺言だ。
お断りします。めんどくさい。
いや、悪いが受けてくれ。直人はめぐみには全員家の財産をすべて譲るって言ったんだ。
Let's go.
送電の術式を継いでること、領域を得得してること、さらにサトルに目をかけられてたドラが乗っためぐみ的入りだ。
He's the prince.
さっき言ってた恩恵は当主になりさえすれば受けられるでしょう。
まだ私じゃダメなんだよ。私じゃ舞の居場所を作ってやれない。
わかりました。
戻りなさい。
Oh my god.
Do you know what that is?
No.
どうしてあなたはいつもそうなの？
Her mother?
一度くらい産んでよかったと思わせてよ、マキ。
Damn. That's crazy.
Wow.
The shit we're about to witness, bro.
こうする気やったら初めからそう言えや。
お前が先走りすぎなんだ。確かに伏黒めぐみはお前より幾分マシだ。鴨家時代当主。鴨則俊とも友好な関係を築いている。理由もなく消せば立場を悪くするのは我々全員家。五条悟が封印され。
Yeah, that's true.
利用しない手はない。五条悟解放を企てた謀反者として伏黒めぐみ、牧、舞を中殺する。
Hold on, let's see that real quick. Okay, so Gojo has been deemed an accomplice to the Shibuya incident and is hereby expelled from Jujutsu Society. In addition, any attempt to free him from his seal will be deemed a crime.
And because they're all trying to free him, they want to kill all of those
Yeah, so
that tried to free him.
yeah, because of that, they're allowed to kill them.
Or at least that's what they think.
Right.
発案者は扇だ。
ここに呪具はないぞ、マキ。お前たちの動向を見越して空にしておいた。
Who is that?
なんで来たのよ。
Is that Mai?
I swear I'm gonna fucking cry.
Holy shit. No.
なんで？
それは子供のお前たちが
おったはずだ。
出来損ないだからだ。
刀身が。
No way.
私 私が全投手に選ばれなかったのはお前たちのせいだ。
Wow.
兄の術式は歴史が浅く、送電であるか否かはそこまで争点ではなかった。ただ一つを除いて兄に遅れを取ったことはない。唯一子供の出来のみ。
What a
あってはならない。
wow.
知らないの。この国では足の引っ張り合いが美徳なのよ。
That is insane.
マキ、
Why is his eyes like that?
お前の力など皆手抜かりなく持っているのだ。
Damn.
さらば我が人生の汚点。
さすがしぶといわね。いつかこうなるんじゃないかって思ってた。最悪。
What happened?
あの人に切られた傷もあるし、これ作ったら私死ぬから。じゃあね、あとは一人で頑張んなさい。
おいマイ、待て。何言ってんだ。とにかく戻ってこい。
ずいぶん前から分かってたのよ。なんで呪術師にとって双子が協調か。何かを得るには何かを差し出さねばならない。私がいる限りマキ、あんたは一生半端者なの。
分かったから戻れよ。
これだけは置いてくわ。私が持って行ってあげるから。一つだけ約束して。全部壊して。全部だからね、お姉ちゃん。
マイ、マイ、起きて。マイ、起きて。マイ、マイ、マイ、起きて。マイ。
呪霊の消滅反応。なんだ、体が覚えている。忘れるよう努めたあの恐怖。いいだろう。今一度この手で骨の髄まで焼き尽くしてくれな。来い、できた。
Holy shit. Oh.
始めるよ。
大木さんだって寝込みや便所で襲われりゃ不覚を取ることもあらあな。俺が
Here
捕
we
まえ
go.
に捉えろ。
きっとそれが私たちの正解だったんだろうな。ごめん、ごめんな、マイ。
約束して。全部
Dude.
壊して。
Shit.
全部だからね。
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Dude, what the hell? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, bro. This shit's fucking peaking, bro.
He looks so crazy right now. Look. Oh my god. Oh.
I love this scenery, bro. This shit's so fucking peak.
Oh. Just a massacre at this point. Oh.
That's why she's the GOAT.
Oh,
Nah, that was
damn.
sick.
Oh.
びっくらポンだぜ。
Here we go.
Ew. That's foul.
No, bro. What the fuck?
Well, they thought that would get her?
兵のお出ましか。
Here we go.
高専資格条件で準1級以上の実力を認められた者たちで構成される
They're the strongest.
Oh!
Let's fucking go, bro.
Oh my god. Wow.
長次郎さんがあれを食らってなんで動ける。早い。次のガードをやすやすと。本当にあの巻か。
Holy.
Oh my god. He's fucking animation.
そのまま止めてろ。
Oh my god.
What the hell? She's so ripped.
止めきれない。山田選手さん。今の全員怪があるのは当時さんの気まぐれだ。
Oh my god.
Let's go, bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Bro. Wow.
I don't know about that. My guy, all that for nothing. Oh!
ひどいな。人の心とかないか。
I've been waiting for this shit, bro.
あいつが持ってっちまったからな。
Let's go,
俺は
bro.
天才なんやて。みん
Wow.
全員家には落ちこぼれがいるんやて。
A
男
loser.
のくせに重力が1ミリもないんやて。
I've been waiting for this
しょぼくれ
fucking
た人なんやろ。
scene, bro.
どんな惨めな顔しとんのやろ。
Wow. Wow. Wow, she's keeping up.
当時君やない。雑魚の罪は強さを知らんこと。誰も当時君を理解してへんか。多分サトル君を除いて。お前やない。あっち側に立つんは俺や。
Nah, bro.
god.
同じく速度も術式発動時の加速度には上限がある。逆に絶えず術式を重ねれば重ねるほど出せる速度は上がっていく。
Oh my god, bro.
This freaking guy, dude.
あの時みたいなヘマをするんだ。力は重さと速さ。
Nah, dude, this ain't the same girl. This ain't the same girl.
真っ向勝負っちゅうわけかい。
抱いてやるよ。
最高速度でぶち抜いたる。
投射呪法発動中の手のひらに触れたものも24分の1秒で動きを作らねばならず、失敗すれば1秒フリーズする。
Nah, bro.
あばら砕けてでも俺の攻撃を受けて動きを止めるつもりやったんやろ。そんな見え見えの誘いに乗るかい。
Here we go.
24回だろ。直人のジジイもお前も速いだけじゃねえ。違和感があった。1秒に24回動きを刻んでた。この体になってようやく見えたよ。
この偽
Oh my god. I can't.
No. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Bro, what am I witnessing?
悪い。もう一回言ってくれ。母さん。いや、来ないで。母さん。どうして？お願い、聞いて。どうしてあなたは？あの時なんで戻れって言ったの？
Damn. Wow.
爪が甘いんじゃ。クソ甘。
Is that the mother? Oh my god, what is happening?
産んでよかった。
Oh, shit.
あと頼む。
これからどうするの、マキちゃん。
Wow. That was it?
Well,
That was insane. What did we just witness?
I've been waiting to see this animated for such a long time, and to see it finally like been given its justice was, dude, I was brought to tears because of how fucking amazing this was.
That was crazy.
So let's talk about it. What did you think of the episode?
She went apeshit, just like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame her. Like,
Yeah.
her family's all shit because, you know, whatever their reasons were, not being the strongest, you know, status, lineages, abilities. But that's what happened.
How did you, were you expecting like the whole Mai situation being there?
I was under the impression that she didn't make it from all the things that they had to go through in Shibuya. Because was she there?
No, remember her and her team didn't partake in the fight because of the guy Mekamaru. So she was safe. Like remember how that one team was excluded is because of him.
Oh, okay.
So nothing happened in that regard.
I think it's because last episode they were saying like that they didn't know if she had made it out alive or something like that. I was under the impression that something had happened to her. So that's why I was like thinking kind of the worst already. So I was just like, either she's safe or she's not. But I wasn't expecting her to be there with the dad.
Yeah. But what did you think of the dad even? He's the one that came up with the plan of like, I'm killing her and I'm going to kill her, like both of his daughters.
So fucked up. I mean, someone who, like, those are your kids. Like, what do you mean? Like,
yeah,
he just was like, hey, I'm craving power. Obviously I can't get it because my kids are holding me back, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. Like, that's the one like fail in my life. I have everything else going for me except for these two, you know, girls that I birthed. Like, what?
So let me give you a little bit of context of that, and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, but for the most part, in terms of the family, the family is just as strong as their siblings or their kids. So when they were born, that brought down that family's status down.
Yeah.
And that's why Megumi, his, like, you know, that's why they were going after Toji so much, because his son Megumi, he has the traditional, the family, the Zenin family, the main curse technique of the family, which is why he was given that, like, the choice,
rank,
the choice of being the head clan.
Yeah.
And so that's why the dad was upset, because, you know, their daughters, female, like, they're not really known any like as useful tools basically.
It's basically male dominance. Like
Yeah.
if you have a boy, that's the heir to the lineage.
Yeah.
And then also they weren't born with the curse technique, and Maki doesn't have any curse technique except for if she uses tools, right?
Yes. One, she can't see the curses, and two, she needs tools to fight. Yeah.
That is so messed up. That was so like, and both of them too. Like even the mom was just like, secretly, yes, she was like, I'm so proud of you, but she couldn't even bring herself to say it at the end and tell her that she's proud of her or that she loved her. Like, so why did she kill her though? My question.
Why did she kill her?
Yeah, Maki.
I mean, I felt like they were a disgraceful family. Like they didn't care for them. Essentially, they were a stain in the family, and so that's the reason why there wasn't really
like much to leave behind.
Yeah. And so, and ultimately the mother does care for them to some certain extent. You know, right before she kills Noya, she has that flashback of, you know, she was happy that she gave birth to them. But in the Zenin perspective, it's a disservice for them because of their lack of curse technique. But ultimately, as a mother, I think she did feel
some sort of shame.
Well, shame and like
love for them.
Yeah, it's like both two sides of the same coin, basically. Yeah.
That was sad. And then
yeah,
I mean, even though, you know, they both were equally, you know, a disgrace, like they still had so much love for each other as siblings. And then, you know, obviously Mai kind of gave up her life for her, basically, for her to survive.
Yeah.
And the fact that she had to do that, and now it's kind of like she took with her anything humane that was left in Maki. Especially when she says, when he's like, oh, what happened to your heart? And she's like, oh, well, she took her with it.
Yeah, that line was fucking cold. I remember reading it in the manga and I was like, God dang, like just seeing that. There was a few panels, but that in itself was executed so well in this series. The other one that was like fucking amazing is that part where she gives her essence to Maki.
Yeah,
that one was really good too.
That's so sad.
I know you had a question on the dad and why he had black eyes.
Yeah.
So we don't really know. Like in the manga, we were under the impression that if we do see it in the series, that it was gonna be white, but it's because not many people have actually no.
Koji had it when they brought him back.
Yeah, but that's because of the curse technique they used to bring him back. He took over the body. That's a different reason.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like, is he like cursed right now? Like, what is happening? Like, I didn't get that part. But.
No, but in terms of him specifically, of the dad, we don't really know why. Because even in the manga, we had questions, and there wasn't really other characters that had it, other than maybe one or two. But we don't get it explained because of him specifically. Like. Mm-hmm. Everybody in the community was like, we don't know if it's like a artistic error or if they just did it because, you know, like it looks cool. That we don't know.
Also, did Mai always have short hair?
Yeah.
So Maki
had the long hair.
So she cut her hair to, well, not to match her, but
she cut her hair because she didn't have a choice. She
got burned.
Yeah.
Oh, and then did you see like the way, like right after like he gave her like her essence or whatever, like they were both like laying in the ground, how they are in fetus form? That was sad.
And that's why that was such a, like, the whole, when I read it, it was so, it's like the author, like, I feel like he knew intentionally what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because when he read, because that's why there's a lot of like, when they talk about like the essence of being twins and how when they were born, they took some parts from each other. Like that's why when they're in their conversation, their dialogue was so emotional, because they know that they both kind of took from one another.
Yeah.
And Mai is like, you know, I don't have your physical prowess and you don't have my curse technique. So because we were both born twins, we took from each other.
And essentially, what did she say? She said there can't be two, like we're basically the same person, so there's no use for there to be both of us. Like it's better one as one.
Yeah, which is incredibly sad. Like
that is sad because she said like in the jujutsu world or something like that.
Yeah.
Like sorcerer, whatever. Like they're seen as one person, not as two separate individuals.
Yeah.
Really, really sad. But
Yeah.
you know what? She fucking like let him have it, and I'm so glad she kicked that guy's ass. Oh, half killed him because Noya, right?
Yeah, Noya.
Noya, because damn, he pissed me off.
I think he pissed everybody off. Everybody did not like him because he was very misogynistic.
He's so arrogant.
And he's just so full of himself and so proud. And the thing is, like, I love the fact that while they were fighting, he was like, "You'll never reach Toji's level," and I don't know what. And my boy got folded in half, and like the next scene, like, dude,
it kept surprising me how like often she kept just like fucking like slashing heads off, and
dude,
that was crazy. She went crazy.
Before I forget, I don't know if you noticed this, but this is why I really enjoyed this episode, is that there's 2 flashbacks of Toji. So the first one is when she's about to fight her dad, and the anime, they went by so fast, so I don't know if people caught it. Where it's like the dad is saying, "I felt this fear before," and he says something along the lines of like, I've tried to forget this fear.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember that.
But I'm reminded, and it's stemming from Maki. But then the flashback happened, but the flashback is in all black and like the outline is in white. So the flashback actually shows Toji. And so we as a viewer understand that he is considering Maki as Toji.
Energy or level.
Yeah. And that's why he prepares his attack, and he's like, "Oh, I'm ready." And then just like, even before he even realizes what happened, he's already like, his brain is cut off. I think I love that this anime is graphic. Maybe there's a little bit more detail in the manga. I feel like we saw brains in the manga. I could be wrong, but this did it justice for the most part. Like, it was amazing.
That was crazy.
The second part of the flashback, you get it briefly. I wish they would have frozen his flashback more, but it's so brief. Noya,
when he was a little kid,
yeah,
Toji passing by him.
So and I know this is in the middle of the fight, so you like, some people tend to like watch the scene rather than read. But when he's talking, he's saying, "I want to see this person because he has no curse technique and he's pathetic, and I want to see his face." And he's smiling. He's like, "Oh, dude, this is like, it's a disgrace in the Jujutsu world to not have curse technique."
Yeah.
And when he sees him, Toji has this look in his eye, and he is like, Noya just like, everything that he felt before, like his arrogance, his happiness, just disappears because of how Toji's appearance is. And it just, chef's kiss. Like, that in itself is just amazing.
I could have sworn Maki had like a smile on her face too at some point.
Oh, I'm sure I might have missed it in the anime, but yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, she reminded me a lot of Toji too. I mean, she might as well have been Toji's daughter, because she freaking went off.
Yeah.
So they're cousins, right? Megumi and Maki.
Yeah, they're all related somehow. Everybody in the family is related somehow. Like, it's an actual family tree.
But it's not like Toji was her father's brother, right? It's just it was like that. Okay.
The guy that did the punch, that's Toji's brother. The guy with the long hair, the one that she's carrying, like, walking.
Oh yeah,
with
the head. That's Toji's brother.
Yeah, it's. I want to say that's accurate. It has to be accurate because I remember reading it on the.
But Noya's dad.
I don't know if it's his dad or not. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's not. No.
Okay, I know what you mean. So then,
that's his uncle.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Trying to understand family lineages.
Yeah, and it kind of gets.
So they were all brothers, basically. All those guys were brothers.
No.
Maki's dad wasn't their brother.
Maki's dad, Toji,
and the guy with the head that she was carrying were all brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the only one was the, I guess, like, not cousin, nephew. was Noya, because remember those three were in the room. It was Noya, it was the guy with the long hair, which is Toji's brother, and then it was Maki's dad. Those three were in there. Right? I think it's this.
Well, no, and then the other guy, the one with like the pompadour kind of looking, or not, he didn't have a pompadour. But he's the one with the first one that appeared there with all the guys that he sent to go.
Oh yeah, but he wasn't in the room. Like I'm talking about like the first episode.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who they were.
Yeah, that's why that conversation happened, because Naobito was the head clan, and so they had them three there. And that's why it makes sense that he tells them, had it not been for you two, like I would have been the head clan.
Yeah. But who is his dad?
Who?
No, Noya's dad.
Oh, Noya, he's the one that died.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. that's why it's like his son and the two brothers, basically.
Oh. He was representing his dad basically because
right. Yeah,
okay.
That was his son. Yeah. Sorry
guys, it's a lot of questions.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, very and then at the very end we see I forget her name. The one from her group.
Yeah, the one with the broom. I can't remember her name either. If you guys remember her name, let us know. But yeah, her interaction with seeing my dead, I was like, dude, that was very emotional. So kudos on the VAs too. The VAs went fucking crazy. I also like the fact that in the manga you get to see like the panels and stuff, but here they animated different shots cinematically away from when Mai and Maki were talking, to the bird, to the water, and like the washing away. That was cool too. That was cool as fuck.
I like how cinematic that was.
Yeah,
it's so like emotional. Like it just adds emotion to the scenes and you know how it's playing out. But God, that was a good episode.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And then the fight was just amazing too. They went above and beyond with the fight. Again, like with the manga, you only get brief panels, and so the whole wind up thing, and then running and like.
You know, at some point though, I did think or I was wondering if Megumi was gonna show up. I don't know why. I mean, obviously it's her fight, right? But
right. We didn't. Well, here's the thing. Like Maki didn't expect to get ambushed.
True, but we didn't expect Maki to kick ass, bro. Like I thought she was gonna need backup, to be honest, because I was like, you know, I mean, she's strong, but again, like she needed her tools and all this stuff, and you know, to go up against like those type of sorcerers, because they said one of them was like a grade 1.
Yeah, most of them are semi-grade or grade 1, I think. But altogether they were known as like one of the best fighters of the clan.
That's why I was like, oh shit.
I will say also, before I forget too, so when Maki wakes up and Mai obviously passes away, there was curses around them.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but now she can see curses.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
so like basically her sister completed her.
Yeah. And that's why when he turns around, he's like, the dad is like, he picks it up. He's like, the curses have been exercised. I don't understand. And then he gets the feeling, and that's why that sets in. That's why he said that line.
So basically her sister just made her stronger. That's insane.
She made her a whole JUJUTSU sorcerer. Yeah.
That's poetic.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Sad.
I love like, and then I think we can, I don't know if that's like the last part of the fight, but like when she's fighting, she's analyzing Noya's ability.
Dude.
That whole part where she's like following, and she's like, okay, 24 frames, right? And he's like, what? And then it gets like 4 or 5 different angles of her punching the shit out of him.
But I like how he's like saying, what would he call her? He called her something, but he's like enunciating every, like, as she's hitting him in every frame, it's like that part of every word. I'm like, whoa.
That shit was so peak. I'm so happy they animated that the way they did that, because I don't think that was shown in the manga or like the way it was done in the show.
Oh, he called her an imposter.
Yeah.
So he's saying imposter, but like in every cut, like I was like, damn, that That was awesome.
Guys, this shit was so peak, man. Like,
Maki went crazy,
we
bro.
really enjoyed today's episode, and like I said, this is just the beginning, dude. Like, we have more peak episodes, more peak fighting throughout the season. We have yet to be introduced to Ikari, but everybody in the series has such amazing fights. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and that's crazy to say. This is just the beginning, bro.
At this point, we're just rambling on the episode, but man, it's so good. You can't help but point out so many like details of this episode, because
and the thing is, like, this was a masterpiece. There was a lot of animators that came in, did this episode justice, and not just that, like, in the manga, you had no idea how the community was so hyped. Like, it deserved this big. I mean, obviously we're yapping, but it deserves to be talked about because they put a lot of time, a lot of effort. These VAs went off, and like the graphics were insane, and it's just gonna be insane here on out. And so I literally can't wait to see the rest of the series because it's gonna be that good.
this is like the end of last season peak. This was even better because it was just like one person fucking kicking ass, right? But last season it was like, you know, all these things happen, and then in this one episode it's just like it goes off.
You thought Shibuya was good. Nah, y'all haven't seen. This is better than Shibuya. That's the insane part. You like, we saw a lot of peak stuff in Shibuya. Obviously, the Sukuna versus Mahoraga, and then everything else in between.
I feel like it all happened at the end, like towards the end, like when shit was already hitting the fan, when, you know, everything was just like going wrong, like and also like you couldn't win. Like this past Shibuya arc, like there were so many like tragedies, like after another, and it was just like, okay, like are we gonna get one up? Like what's happening, right?
We're gonna get a break.
We're finally like seeing them, you know, prosper. Winning.
Dude, dead ass. Like, yeah, I 100% agree with your comment, because here's the thing. Shibuya is like, shit hits the fan for everybody. Like, here it's 50-50 more here. I feel like there's more wins than Shibuya had, because Shibuya is like,
everything was just going wrong.
I'm like, there is no wins in Shibuya. That's why it's called the Shibuya incident. Like, and here it's called the Culling Games, because at least there's a potential of winning. Like, it's such an entirely different arc, but yet don't count out that there won't be any.
Of course,
like,
I feel like there always has to be some sort of like tragedy, which obviously, right?
Yeah.
But there was just so many in this past arc that like we lost like Gojo to, you know, the prism, like we lost Nanami completely, and Nobara. Like it was just one thing after the next, and it freaking sucked. But it's nice to have an episode where like we're finally seeing, you know, them win and, you know, get one for the team, because we needed it.
Honestly, I forgot about Gojo. This whole watching this whole episode, I'm like, dude, we're okay without Gojo.
Hey, come on now.
All right, too far.
My
bad. But I digress. Is there anything that we missed? I think we covered mostly everything.
I'm sure we missed some stuff, but let us know how y'all like this episode, because this episode went fucking hard.
And shout out to the Zenin clan. They tried to bring down my girl Maki, but you know, there's a new sheriff in town. There's 2 new sheriffs in town.
I know.
The head clan and Maki.
And second in hand right now.
Yeah, so
second in command.
Let us know what you guys thought of the episode. Like, comment, and subscribe. Again, early access on Patreon, uncut and edited on Patreon if you guys want to help us out there. If not, you know, Discord, best way to reach us. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week again.
Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you're just watching us for the first time, hello.
Hi, welcome. And we're happy that you stayed to the end of the episode, the reaction. We're glad you're here. We're gonna be seeing Peak all week long, or like these next few months. So JJK Thursdays and also Freeman Fridays, you guys already know. But yeah, we'll see you guys for the next week, next reaction. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye.